Okay. Hi. Yeah, it's off. Hi, my name is Katie Andre, and I'm with Bernadette Mentor Sefik from fourth period physics, and we're going to be explaining a couple topics. The main one being effects of radiation on organic tissue and how it affects it. So there are three kinds of particles: alpha, beta, and gamma particles. The first kind is called alpha particles. These particles are very, very big. They don't pierce human skin. They are relatively harmless. Their charge is so big and stuff that they don't really pose any danger. They can't pierce even like the thinnest materials like human skin. So here's Bernadette explaining beta.
Hi. Let's do this a third time. All right, beta particles. The beta particle is the next biggest, or I guess next strongest on the line of particles. Beta particle. And what is unique about the beta particle is that it has a charge. It is either a positive or a negative. It can be either. And normally, since it is charged, but slightly, and on either side, it is deflected by, this is a person, by a person's electron cloud. It's inside of us, positively and negatively charged. Protects us from radiation. But if the beta particle is supercharged, so it is charged above normal or above the normal of your electron cloud, it will enter the body and pierce the pierce the skin, organic. It will hurt you very much. And we'll give an example of this in a second after we explain gamma particles. The next one. Here you go, Katie.
Okay, so the third and final kind of radiation are called gamma particles. These are so small particles, they are actually light particles. The word photo, or the prefix photo, means light. So these particles are so small and so light, no pun intended, they actually enter human skin. These are really dangerous because they can enter anything. They get into our cells and they actually alter our DNA. So when those cells reproduce and create new copies of themselves, a copy of their DNA, there are even more deformed cells. This is what creates cancer from radiation. So yeah, so gamma rays, I suppose they're rays, not particles. They bypass the electron cloud and they get into our skin. Cool.
Okay, so, alright, there was my marker. An example of gamma particle, or I guess radiation's effect on the human body and curry. Like the spice, curry? Alright, let's go. Like Madame Curie. She did a lot of work in the field of radiation. She, for years, I think, I'm going to take a guess here, I believe it was in the early 1900s, she worked with radiation in science, in labs, and really progressed our knowledge on alpha, beta, and gamma particles, and she especially worked on, what was the word? Phenonium. She especially did a lot of work on phenonium. Phenonium? Polonium. Let's give that a spelling. Alright, polonium. Alright, so she did a lot of work on polonium. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. And she really progressed our knowledge and did a lot of research, and she's really well known for it in the science world. But those are my almonds. Okay, but anyways, she was in labs working with radiation so often that beta and gamma particles seeped into her electron cloud and her body and her skin so much and so often in these labs that eventually what these particles do is that they come in, these beta particles, and they change your particles. They merge and they change charges and they make them abnormal, which normally one or two or a couple wouldn't matter, but they multiply as particles do, and so which ends up being cancer. So Marie Curie ended up dying from cancer, and this is actually cancer is a huge, obviously. we don't have a cure for it, and it's probably we're working on studying things like these particles to advance our knowledge to hopefully find a cure one day. So that is the effects on the body of radiation from Katie and Bernadette, and yep, that's